Hey fellow traders, Black Coffee Trader coming to you on a Wednesday. Yes, today is Wednesday, December the 27th, and we had a pretty good day today. I know we have some red showing on the accounts, but we accomplished two of our goals that we set, that we talked about yesterday. Actually, probably three, kind of. We talked about trying to get this one eval passed. I did that today. So that account will be a PA. Probably tomorrow, which I'm going to be kind of tied up tomorrow. I'm not sure how much I'm going to trade, so it'll be an eval for sure by Friday, or I mean a PA account for sure by Friday. So that was one goal, which we accomplished. The other goal that I had was to just have a green day across all PAs, and we did that today. And I did that trading micros. I really like that. In fact, I wanted to be more refined in all of my trading. I felt like yesterday I traded micros for the first time with the PA accounts, and I had a red day across the board. And I just felt like I was, because of the micros having more wiggle room, if you will, I was not as refined in my entries. I was not as careful, and it showed, and I vowed to do better today, and we did. And what do you know? We've got green profits across the board, which is awesome. This one PA account, we're back above 50,000, and the other two were still about 800 underwater and about 600 underwater on the other one, but we made some progress. We made 88 bucks basically on both of those accounts, so that was good. The other thing, if you've been following on my channel, I did make some changes. Rather than spending all this time to mark up the chart with my entries and stuff, I changed some of my candlestick colors so that I could see these better. But here I have an entry point, and I'm just going to leave the indicators as it's shown. It's easier to see this. So here we have an entry here. This is trading the micros. I had an entry here, added to the trade after about 10 minutes, and then I sold at this point. So I made a little profit here, and I'm only going to be using these boxes, either red or green, where I have really good winning trades or where I make a big mistake. In this case, I had a really big win. This was trading all three of my PA accounts. I was trading those together. I had a really big win here on a nice trade, and that was all the trial. Here I had a small little winner, entered a long here as well. These were the only trades I took with the PA07, and then I switched to only trading the PA08 and 09, which I then took some more trades with those accounts. Here we had a decent little winner here, long trade, a couple more wins throughout here, and I think that was pretty much it. I took another trade here around the 2 o'clock hour for a small win right before this big dump. The crazy thing is I walked out of my office, and then I came back and we were down in here. I left again to run after an errand, and I come back and we were up here. So I missed these dumps, these big moves today, which is a little bit frustrating, but it is what it is. So, but yeah, I felt like as a whole, I was really happy with how I traded the PAs today. Very, very careful. Didn't take a lot of trades. I took a fair amount of trades, but not the way I have been trading. Especially yesterday. I took a lot of trades on micros yesterday and just totally blew it up. So I really it felt good today. It felt like I typically trade, and so that was a big win for me. Moving to the NQ, and here I took a really, really nice trade at the end of the day on these accounts. These were very, very red. I think these were at like 400 underwater and before this trade, so I took a really nice long trade here on this big move up at the end of the day, right around the 4 o'clock hour, just a couple minutes before 4. So that was a really big positive there. Let's switch to the 139 account. This is that eval that we passed. Here we go. This is where I passed that. Took also a very good trade here. This was kind of funny. You can see I took an entry here for a long, and then I had to enter it. I took a profit here and then entered again, took another profit. I marked it as 1, but I closed out the trade because I thought I was good, and that was at 52,998, $2 short. So I had to jump back in and get another. I ended up with another like 27 bucks or whatever, 30 bucks to get it to 53,000. But in any case, good trade there. On the 136, I had a couple of pre-market trades this morning, and that was really all that I traded on those accounts. And then on the the bad accounts was this 145, 146. The mistake I made, and I know better. It is such a pain for me to even say this, but I traded this chop area. And when I do that, I get chopped up, pun intended. So yeah, frustrating. I just felt like we were going to be breaking out, and we just never did. In fact, we dumped right around the 12:40, 1 o'clock area. So yeah, I mean, here I went long and got stopped out. I don't know what I was thinking. When I'm in this chop and I just get caught up and I just don't trade well, and then when a move happens, I'm trying to fight it, and it's just, it's just not good. So thankfully, GAT stopped me out, and we're left with a $600 and some loss on those accounts. But it is what it is. It's not like we've blown them. They're 49,378, 49,703. But one of the goals that I've had is to get these evals all above 50,000 and get something else close. Because right now, now that we've passed this account, I really don't have anything else close to being passed. I mean, I've got this one eval that's $119 above 50,000, and then the rest of them are, they're all. This one's at 49.7, but we got some work to do to get those passed. So we're going to end the year with 4 PA accounts, not the 10 that I was hoping for, but I also understand that if you don't set goals and work towards them, then you accomplish nothing. Like Zig Ziglar used to say, if you aim at nothing, you'll hit it every time. So we have to have some kind of goals. But yeah, got the 4 PAs, and we're going to work on those coming into January, and hopefully at some point here, January, February possibly, we'll be able to get to a payout. I am going to take this a little bit slow. I did pay for the lifetime fees on these, which is more my style, because I typically can hold on to an account for a long period of time, especially using GAT, and I'm just not inclined to trade a whole lot more. Like today, I was totally fine with this amount of profit. I know that's not big, but it's a step in the right direction. I want to see positive steps. So for that reason, I pay the lifetime fee, and if I have these accounts for months and months and months, that is totally fine. So anyway, that's where we're at. But yeah, I think today, even though yes, we had some red on the evals, but if you take these accounts out of the equation, this chop area, if you take this out of the equation, I had a really, really good day. So I know that I shouldn't be doing that. I know that I shouldn't trade that stuff. So some lessons just seem to be harder to learn than others, it seems. But in any case, that's today. I'm really curious. I think this one-day pass thing ends here at 5 o'clock. That'll be here shortly. I'm recording this at about 10 till 5. But I'm curious what Apex does. They've got this 71% off sale going on through the rest of the month, I believe. I think that ends somewhere around New Year's, I believe. So I'm really curious to see if they come back with an 80 or 90% sale. I sure hope they do, because I could use a few more evaluation accounts myself. But yeah, that's kind of where that sits. So we'll see what they do. But if you're needing evals, please use my code. It does help the channel. It's not a big deal, but it does help me a little bit. And again, I'm doing these, this whole channel, I'm running this to chart my own journey, and honestly, it holds myself accountable. I have to pretty much daily look at what I did and then evaluate it. And sometimes it's pretty painful, but those lessons seem to stick a little bit. I want to look at Trademetria, my journaling software that I really like, but this is all of my accounts. And you can see the month of December, not the greatest of months at all. I mean, it's about a 50-50 split between green and red. And, so I had a couple of big green days, but also had a couple of big red days. So thankfully, nothing way out. Like, I've not had any $5,000-$6,000 loss days. I think the best win day I've had was 1,400. The worst loss day looks like right now about 2,500. And then the last couple days actually were as a net, we're down. And this is trading all of my evals, all of my PAs, everything. But anyway, it's you live and you learn. Looking at our dashboard, we've definitely been on a bit of a losing streak here. We've lost some value on the accounts. The biggest pullback is this 150K. Here, I don't know, a week or 2 weeks ago, I took a really stupid trade with 10 contracts, and that resulted in a big loss. And so we still have that on our books, if you will. But the rest of our accounts are sitting pretty close. I mean, nothing is really way off of either way up in profit or way down in drawdown. So we just have to, maybe that's something I need to work on tomorrow. I'm not going to trade that much tomorrow, but maybe work on this 150K and try to get it closer to 150 so we're not in as big of a drawdown there. But yeah, that's just kind of how this is going. Looking at our PAs, this account is the best account. We're up a little bit on that account in total, so probably not going to do a whole lot with that account tomorrow. I really want to focus on the other two and try to get those accounts into profit, or at least get them closer to being profitable for the rest of this week. So I did journal, a daily journal for today. Better day overall. PA accounts are green, passed another eval. That was the plan for today. Red day on the eval accounts as a whole was largely because of bad trades on the two evals, namely the chop that we talked about. I did trade my PA accounts very well. Missed some of the big moves, just not being in front of my computer. So yeah, that's kind of the stats for today, and that's pretty much the way I feel. So we'll try to be back at it tomorrow. Like I said, I'll be trading a little bit sparingly tomorrow. I've got a lot going on, so I'm not sure how much I'll actually get to be trading. But good news is we got back to 4 PAs, and hopefully we can continue to march on, and maybe we can get to our goal of 10 PA accounts by the end of January. So, okay, well, hope you had a good day. Trade well tomorrow. If you're trading right now, we're kind of in this funk with the holidays where the markets are a little bit as they are. I mean, just like today, we had this couple big moves. Let me just get the whole day on the screen here. You know, this morning we had this big move up, and then we tanked, pulled back up into this chop area that was where I got destroyed, and then we had a couple more really big moves, bit of a chop area here in the afternoon, then this big rip up here at the end of the day. So kind of interesting to see how tomorrow goes with New Year's, and then I'm really looking forward into January to see if this market stabilizes a little bit and we get a little bit more consistency and the price action is maybe a little bit better, but that remains to be seen. We shall see. Okay, well, good luck. Hope you had a good day, and we'll catch up with you tomorrow.